Good evening. Welcome to the Comic Book Shop of Doom. I'm your host. This video is not for children, so if you're under 13, get your parents' permission to watch this video. It is not for children. This is the nightly news for Friday, July 10th, 2020. So I'm putting this up late Thursday night. We got a couple of deaths here. Okay, the first one, R.I.P. to Ted Newsom, 67. He was a writer, director, producer. He wrote the script for the 1980s canon version of Spider-Man, the movie that they never filmed. Okay? And I kind of got a personal experience with this guy. I was his friend on Facebook. And then I either shared his post or something happened where he went fucking ballistic and like defriended me and all this bullshit. So I don't know what it was. I mean, it was something really dumb. So rest in peace to him. Then we have a guy, Alan Dons, 57. He was a former chief of National Lampoon. So rest in peace to him. Then we have Julia Dray, 56. She was the president of the Broken Lizard Film Company. And that's the guys that did like Super Troopers and Club Dread and stuff like that, those guys. So she was in charge of their company. We have a guy, Ronald L. Shawari, 76. He was a film producer and he was a collaborator of Sidney Pollack. So rest in peace to all those people, their friends and family, condolences. Okay, the Actors Equity Union versus Disney World with the coronavirus testing. A lot of people think that Disney's trying to break the unions in Florida. I thought that was a right-to-work state. I didn't even think they had unions. Jungle Prince of Delhi is going to be a TV show on Amazon. HBO Max is going to have an animated series called Chinos. HBO Max movie Shell is going to... Jack Stanley script, Max Minghala director. Quibi series Tomy is based on the horror manga series. Adelaide Rudolph, the star. Michelle Williams and Oscar Isaac are going to be in an HBO limited series, Scenes from a Marriage. Okay, this is really bad. Quibi lost not over 90% of their subscribers after their free trial ended. So they did like I think it was a 3-month deal. And I kept getting the emails, you want to sign up for free, blah, blah, blah. And I blew it off because I didn't like they're breaking up movies into 7-minute segments. And it's like, I looked at the talent and a lot of the stuff, and there was more stuff that I didn't want to see than there was. So I didn't even sign up for the free shit. So that tells you how bad it is. I can't see that company lasting. With that, they got to be running in the red. Okay, this is a sad one. Glee star Nava Rivera, 33, is missing off of a boat. She's presumed dead, so they're looking at some lake that she was on, trying to find her body. It's almost 2 days now, so it doesn't look good. Lucy Liu is going to star in an ABC TV series. It's going to be right now they don't have a title for it. It's going to be a workplace comedy. Sam Raimi's producing a contained supernatural horror pick. Rob Savage to direct. So this doesn't have a title either, but that contained supernatural horror pick means that it's going to be in one spot. So maybe another Evil Dead version or something, like one building or one cabin or something. Okay, AMC Theaters has worked out a deal with its debt till at least next year. So they will survive for a little bit until if and when they ever open the movie theaters. Joel Schumacher has a director's cut of Batman Forever that the Warner Brothers people says exists, but they're not going to release it. That is really dumb. All the streaming stuff, that should be on there all the time. It's just another option. So, I mean, if it's out there, put it on there. There's pilots for TV shows that they have. That stuff should be on there, too. Image crossover in November. Here's some of the names. Donnie Cates, Jeff Shaw, Dee Cummings, and John J. Hill. So those are going to be the creators involved. Sky in the UK, so that's a big TV and pay-per-view company. They're going to build a movie studio in Elstree, and they're going to say it's going to be the British Hollywood. Okay, Sony's invested $250 million in Epic Games. That's the guys that make the Fortnite video game. They only got 1.4% of the company for $250 million. I did the math. That company is worth on paper right now almost $18 billion. It's like 17,800,000,000. So that's a lot of money just for that one game. And I look at that game, oh my God, that's how I'm out of touch with society. The kids like it, but I look at it and I'm like, oh, the designs on those characters. It's just like somebody took a bunch of people and threw it in a blender and took out a head, took out an arm, took out a torso, put it together, and there's your character. Okay, where are we at here? There's going to be a horror movie pile up in Hollywood if and when they start releasing movies again at the show. There's so many horror movies that they made that they're just pushing everything back. Okay, Marvel and Scholastic are going to have an original graphic novel program, so they're going to write a lot of books for young adults. Archie Comics is partnering with Spotify in a podcasting series. Okay, Comic-Con at Home schedule. DC and Marvel are sitting out Comic-Con, so that's the San Diego Comic-Con. So if you want to see what's going to be on there, go to comic-con.org. So comic-con.org, that's the San Diego Comic-Con's website. And they got a schedule of all the, basically it's going to be video on demand. They're going to film everything beforehand and put it up. So they're going to arrange it like each day's programming, which I think is kind of dumb. They had to just put everything on there in one shot and say, here's your shows. Video on demand, it's free, check it out, whatever. Make your money with ads. Okay, Piranha Comics in London, UK is hiring. So they're actually breaking the trend of these places going out of business and they're hiring. Byron Allen, I read an interview with him today. He wants to buy CNN. So good luck on that one. If you buy it, do me a favor. Either change it or burn it down. Okay, for wrestling news. Enzo Amore is running around. He's going to defend the WWE Cruiserweight belt on the indie circuit. So when they fired him for that sexual harassment that he was accused of rape. And nothing happened out of it. The cops investigated it and they said there wasn't anything to it or whatever, but they fired him, okay? He kept the Cruiserweight title, and he never gave it back, and now he's going to defend it on the indies. That's funny. Okay, the real reason why Taz came out with the FTW belt on AEW TV, he owns the trademark for it. So even though it was in ECW, Taz commissioned that belt to get made. He has the trademark on it. So that's how AEW could use it. It's property of Taz's, not ECW or WWE. Booker T got Heidenreich fired. It turns out that he did an interview and he made coded references and people looked it up and it was Heidenreich because they got into a fight on Martin Luther King Day where Heidenreich, I guess, made some comments in the locker room. Who's Martin Luther King? What did he ever do? And Booker T got offended by that and they got into an argument and next thing you know, he had him fired. Vicky Guerrero, there's a rumor running around that she's going to manage Nyla Rose in AEW. So good luck on that one. The July 8th ratings for Wednesday. Okay, NXT won this week again. 759,000 viewers to AEW, 715,000 viewers. And then the final pieces of news and wrestling, we have a lot of deaths here. Linda McMahon's mother, Evelyn Edwards, passed away at 93. So I didn't even know she was alive. So that's Vince McMahon's mother-in-law. Both of Lana's parents have COVID-19. So the mother was in the hospital in the ICU. She couldn't breathe. And then Conan, he does the podcast with Disco Inferno. So Conan's mother passed away from COVID-19. So condolences to Linda McMahon and family and Conan and his family on passing of their mothers. Everybody have a good night.